Start clapping those. Louder and faster! Louder and faster! For Stephen Bolles!
Son, I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Got the rap patrol on the cat patrol. Foes that want to make sure my casket's closed. Rap critics to say he's money cash holes. I'm from the hood, stupid. What type of facts are those? If you grew up in holes in your zap toes, you celebrate the minute you was happy.
Oh shit! Clap it for Dara and Rob one more time, everybody. Those are hilarious sets. Oh my god, that was so funny. This is so nice seeing all these familiar, beautiful faces in this room. It really means so much for y'all being here, man. I love you guys. Suck all your dicks and pussies. I don't know what to say, man. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Speaking of dicks and pussies, the ones that made me, right there. I was like, sorry, that's disgusting. That's the worst thing I'll ever. That's the grossest part of my set. I want to get out of the way early, you know. But I appreciate them driving all the way up here to watch me talk about drugs for a long time. So. That should be a lot of fun, man. Y'all are great. Thank you so much for being here. Let me get this fucking show started for real. Oh my god, stop! Oh shit, don't stop. It's so fucking good. Oh, it's so fucking good. I like my hair. My roommates like my hair the most. I leave it in the shower roll, make little hearts for them, you know. It's kind of cute, man. I like my hair because I've had this hair forever, but I ain't always looked like this, man. Like, up until a few years ago, I was 80 pounds heavier, no beard, with a ponytail. I look like the dude at Petco that specializes in snakes and reptiles. And not a good look. Now I don't know what I look like. I had a buddy tell me I look like when Thor gave up. Okay, that's an upgrade. That's good, you know? I was a lot fatter when I moved here, and then walking every day melted a lot of weight off. And then I got food poisoning. Knocked me back 15 pounds in 5 days. Whoa. Yeah, right? I'm telling y'all, fuck Planet Fitness. Get to the halal cart on 169 in Amsterdam. That's exactly where it was. Weight Watchers can't hold a candle to a little E. coli, right? Fucking slim you down nice. I was real good about going to the gym for a while. Now I'm really bad about going to the gym. You know how it is, make excuses not to go all the time. But I think my favorite gym excuse that I've heard before, I've heard women say this before. They go, I would lift heavier weights, but I don't want to get too big. I don't want to look too manly. Yeah, I'm like, bitch, you think you're going to get accidentally swole? I've been going to the gym for years. My biceps still look like a surgeon implanted a corn dog in my arm, man. That's... Years of push-ups. You're worried about looking too manly. The beard, the only thing separating me from womanhood right now. You're gonna be totally fine. Like I said, I'm not from here. I'm from the South originally. I don't like telling people I'm from the city that I'm from the South because they start to judge, you know? They start to judge me when I say I'm from the South, you know? They start to make their assumptions. I'm like, look, I am way too pretty to raid the Capitol, okay? Not that type of Southern, right? I know I look like the dude that took the podium. That wasn't me, okay? That was someone else, right? And that's the most political joke I'm gonna make all night, by the way. Look, I don't talk about politics on stage because I got 2 feet of hair. I don't think you'd listen to me anyway, right? I know my lot in life, man. I ain't talk about no fake news. But speaking of fake news, I was on Facebook trying to figure out which one of my grandparents is still alive. Man, Facebook is where that misinformation lives, right? That's where it all is, because they got fake news and they got fake scientific articles too, right? The bought and paid for scientific articles. I saw one that says scientists recently discovered babies up to 6 months old will instinctively hold their breath underwater. What? Yeah. How'd they find that out? Who the fuck is drowning babies for science, dude? That means there's some 7-month-old they waterboarded and went, no, 6 months! 6 months, just like I thought. Stop crying, you're fine, you're fine. Well, handled the drowning babies jokes pretty well. I'm proud of you right now, that's good. It was fun being back home. I moved back home for a few months at the beginning of this year. Got to spend more time with my parents. That was nice. I got to see my old friends. I am a problem when I get with my old friends, man. I don't know about y'all. Man, I did so many key bumps. I think it made my mom's car faster. It's like a great dad joke about coke, right? Y'all came to a Stephen Bolles show. I'm expecting you to handle some coke material, okay? I'm just gonna be up here telling weed jokes like a fucking Christian comic, right? It was nice being back home, spending time with my parents. It was funny because, like, what's funny to me is that, like, now that I'm grown, my parents are telling me shit that I wish they had told me when I was a teenager, you know? Like, my mom told me that she paid for half of her college by hustling pool. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? You know, that's cool. And she said, yeah, it was the 70s. No one thought a woman could play pool, so I go to the pool hall, hustle, make money all night. I turned into a rapper for a second, you know? I'm like, that is dope as fuck. Why didn't you tell me that when I was 14 and I fucking hated you, man? That would have been good to know. And I thought about it, I was like, college in the 70s, I was like, oh yeah, your tuition was what, $37? Yeah, that, paying tuition on 2 games of pool, I'm proud of you, that's good. I don't know, they also reminded me of something that they used to do that I completely forgot about. I forgot that my parents used to like rap at me when they were trying to embarrass me or get me to do something. You know what I'm talking about? No? I just got the whitest parents in here, alright? You know what I'm talking about? I was a kid. They were trying to embarrass me or get me to do something, so they'd be like, you gotta clean your room. That's what I told you to do, you know? Bars, you know? But I noticed that when they did it, they'd rap like 80s rappers, because that's the rap that they came up with. Got me thinking, we're gonna be rapping at our kids in a few years. Probably sound like Migos. You can't get no cookies till you finish all your chores. I'm glad y'all like that. Our kids gonna roll their eyes, and I appreciate how fucking lit that was, you know? I love that music too, bro. I love the ignorant rap music, man. The fewer the words, the better. I'm into it, you know? The hard thing with that music, the N-word comes up a lot in that music. That's annoying as a white fan. You're singing along and then you can't. But I think I finally found a healthy compromise to that age-old debate. Can you say it if it comes up in the song? And the answer is no. So unclench your butt cheeks and listen to the joke, okay? If it comes up in a song, you don't ever say it, but just replace it with your name. Right? You're already thinking about it, right? Any song. Pick any song. In the trap with some killers and some hood Stevens. Where you at? Where you trap? You ain't hood Steven. Got a pocket full of money and my teeth glitter. Something about being a trill ass Steven. It really worked. I like Cardi B a lot. Y'all like Cardi B? Yeah. You know, set my face, bomb, ass tight, rack, stack up shack height, jury on me, dash light. I've been listening last night. Hit him with that good, make a Steven act right. You know the next part? Broke boys don't deserve no pussy.
That's right.
Okay, that's offensive. That's really offensive. That's fucked up. That's offensive. Let's talk about this, okay? Broke boys deserve pussy too, okay? I don't know about y'all, I'm broke as shit at the moment. I'm the brokest you can be. I am quitting cigarettes broke at the moment. Yeah, you know, that's the brokest you can be, right? And I hate it, because you gotta download the Quit Smoking app. I swear to God, this thing lying to me, though. Because every time I open it, it's like, you haven't smoked in 2 months, so you saved $300. And I'm like, why don't I have $300, bro? Should have saved enough for a Lucy by now. You know? Money's not great. This is my night job. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life, but I still got a day job, you know? And before the pandemic, my day job was always restaurant industry. And after the pandemic, now all my jobs have become either moving gigs or handyman work. And that is great for me. I have finally found fields of work where if you show up and you have a ponytail, people just assume you know what the fuck you're doing. You know? Treated like a professional now. It's great. Y'all want to hear the best movie story I got during the pandemic? Yeah! All right, good. There was one time I got hired by like this young NYU chick. She's there with her dad. They're picking up some stuff in the living room. I went to her bedroom. I picked up one of her backpacks, and it was vibrating. Yeah, you get it. She wasn't getting a phone call. I picked up this backpack like... So now I'm like, shit, I'm stuck. I can't bring this out to her. She's right next to her dad, you know? It's embarrassing. But, some ponytail professionals. So without ever opening her bag, I just started like... feel around. See if I could find it. And I did. I found it. On the bottom, not only did I find it, I recognized it. It was a magic wand, dude. Hell yeah. Y'all can't see it. I can see it from up here. Ladies' eyes light up with those two words, bro. Fellas, I'm telling you, buy your girl a magic wand, all right? Why all the dudes get so quiet when I say that shit, man? They always do. Dudes get so quiet when you talk about bringing toys into the bedroom. It is the dumbest shit ever. Like, what, you're worried he's gonna take your job, bro? Oh, fuck that, man. That thing don't pay for HBO Max. I do, all right? Oh, yeah, bro. I got Hulu, no ads, grown Steven shit, all right? Don't talk to me. I'll go so far as to say if I bought that one, that thing's an extension of me as far as I'm concerned, you know? I'm like, baby, I ain't claiming to have no $1 million dick, but here's a $200 dick from space you can use. And fellas, it's good for us too. I don't know about y'all. I'm 31 now. I only got so much cardio in me. I'll fucking tag team that bitch all day. You know? All day. I love that thing. So anyway, I find this wand. I recognize that it was a wand. I even recognize the setting it was on. It was on the number one. Y'all know the number one. The fans of the number one, fellas, take notes, all right? You should be eating that pussy like, you know. So anyway, I find this one. I gotta clarify, I never touched this woman's vibrator, okay? That would be gross, right? But I know how it's laid out. So from the outside of the backpack, I managed to pinch it, spin it around, found a power button, turned it off so she'd have some battery when she was done moving that day. Thank you. Hero, right? I just gotta keep telling this story till she's in the audience. Couldn't really brag about it that day. It was wild though, because I started doing that work during the pandemic, and I'm talking like June 2020, like heavy days of the pandemic, which meant I was taking the train during summer 2020. Did anybody else take the pandemic train? Anybody that summer take the pandemic train? One person back there? Okay, a couple people. Everyone else just some work from home elitists. I was on the train every day, and guess what? Y'all missed out, bro. The pandemic train was the best train this city has ever had, dude. It was always on time, always clean. You could always get a seat, and now I'm just back to getting harassed by homeless people on the train, dude. It fucking sucks. But I'm not really worried about the homeless people on the train anymore, because most of the time when I'm on the train, I'm usually going to a handyman job, so I got a bag full of tools, which honestly, just a bag full of weapons. So nothing scares me on the train anymore, but I do. There was one time I thought I was gonna have to use my box cutter because it was on me. I thought I was gonna have to use it. I was on the train and there's this homeless dude walking up and down the train asking for money. No one gave him any money. And this dude stops and he goes, "No one gonna give me any money? No one gonna give me any money? I didn't want to do it!" The fuck did he just say? No one gave me money, I didn't want to do it, I didn't want to do it, but no one gave me money, I didn't want to do it. He is closer to me than you are right now. He is dead in front of me on the train, and I think he's got a weapon. I am shaking, reaching for my box cutter, and this dude goes, "No one gonna give me money, I didn't want to do it, but now I gotta sing." Oh shit! Oh my god! Don't joke like that, I almost stabbed you, bro! Jesus Christ! He started screaming Brown Eye Girl. Horrifically. I was like, fuck this, I missed the pandemic, man. That shit was way better. I don't know, I'm gonna talk about drugs for a little while now, like I promised. I will say, I'm mostly just a pothead if you couldn't fucking tell, alright? Mostly a pothead. I haven't done coke in a long time, man. Long time. Not a sobriety thing, just a financial thing. Just financial, you know? I will say, I've been smoking weed for more than 10 years now. Is anybody else a veteran stoner? 10 plus years? Anybody? Yeah? Okay, good. My people. Everyone else, respect your elders, okay? Smoking back when the shit meant something, you know? And y'all will relate to this. This is the funny thing to me about all 10 years. All we talked about was how great it would be when everything was legalized. And to be honest, now, like, I'm a little bitter about how available it is. Used to be a real skill set to be able to cop some weed. I used to be much more needed, okay? That's the point. And I'm just projecting on the new stoners because, like, I got some cousins, right? And we all have some shithead cousins we don't want to see on Thanksgiving, right? And mine have been making fun of me for being a pothead for the last 10 years. Every year at Thanksgiving, making fun of me for being a pothead. And now, the last couple years I go over there, they've been, like, showing off their gummies at me. Like, really showing them off to me. Like, I'm gonna be impressed. Like, bro, that's like showing a chef garlic. Not impressed. And then they say shit like, oh, we're stoners now. We're stoners now. That shit boils my blood, dude. Well, you are not a fucking stoner. I put a lot of time and dedication to my craft. You have not earned the title of fucking stoner. You're a recreational marijuana user, is what the fuck you are, okay? You don't know how to roll a joint. You ain't ever had to wait more than 2 hours for a weed man. You're not a fucking stoner, okay? Yeah. You know they aren't stoners because they say stupid shit like, oh, I would never get high and drive a car. Sounds like you led a privileged life, okay? Real stoners know back in the day, that used to be the only place we could smoke weed. So every time we smoke weed, we get in the car, we drive so far away. You think we were trying to bury a body or trade blowjobs, man? This shit. Every joint costs a little gas money, man. Weed, everyone's freaking out about weed. Weed is not even the best drug. Not even close, you know? And I will say, if I'm gonna talk about how fun drugs are up here, and I am gonna do that, I just wanna use my platform for good and just say, be careful with your drugs, right? Weed is the only thing you can't fuck up. Everything else you can fuck up bad. I like to say, if you're gonna consume the shit, be an educated consumer, right? Just be careful, man. Watch yourself. Oh, hell yeah. Turn into Bill Maher all of a sudden. Fuck yeah. I'm serious, man. Be an educated consumer, especially with any uppers, man. Like Coke, Molly, any of that shit. Because the problem with uppers is that dealers will cut uppers with other uppers. And no one's nose palate is that refined to know the difference, you know? You don't know till you're done. You'll be at a party and rip a line like, whoa, that was awesome. That was mostly meth. Didn't mean to, but you know. Gonna make lemonade out of meth, alright? Oh man, my mom gonna want to talk about that one. For real, be an educated consumer. One thing, like I like to think I'm an educated consumer, but one thing I gotta remind myself is that drugs impact everyone differently. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking about Molly the other day. I don't know if y'all have done Molly, when people are like, how many drugs do you need to enjoy this music? That's Molly, you know, it's an amazing time. When I take Molly, I have the time of my life, man. I'm dancing for hours, social butterfly, talking to everyone like they're my best friend. I love it, but maybe that's just me. Because there was one time I was at a party, I was way up on some Molly, but then my buddy had eaten some shrooms, and he had been drinking. So he was way down, he was not having a good time. And so I wanted to help him out, and I gave him just enough Molly to have a panic attack. My bad, I'm not a doctor, okay? Just want to help, you know? Molly's really fun, actually. I remember the first time I did Molly was sort of on accident. Which I know sounds silly, but really, the first time I did Molly, I was hanging out with some friends, and they were going to a concert. And I wasn't going with them to the concert. I just happened to be at the pregame. And we're smoking, and we're drinking, and they offer me some Molly. And I don't know who raised y'all. My parents raised me right. Someone offer you a gift that nice, you don't say no, all right? That's fucking rude, right? So So I did 2 lines of Molly before it even occurred to me, like, wait, I'm not going to a concert. I'm just going home after this. You know? 2 lines of Molly before a concert makes sense. Who does 2 lines of Molly before a commute? That's excessive, you know? So I was like, let's not waste this high. Let's just walk around the city and enjoy this. And the city provided. I ran into a group of guys called the Black Israelites. Okay, good. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. If you don't know who I'm talking about, man, these dudes are a trip, all right? They hang on the corner all day saying white people are gonna pay for slavery, we're gonna kill white people, enslave white people. They had a big sign that said, payback's a bitch whitey. Just walking by rolling face like, yo. These dudes just need a big white hug, man. We can fix everything, bring it in, my Stevens. Come on, bro, what's good, man? Thank you. I kept walking, I didn't say it, I was high, not stupid, okay? I really mean that, high, not stupid. Like, we have the internet. There's so much information about drugs. It blows my mind that people still ask real ignorant questions about it. Like, I've done these Molly jokes before, and a few times I've had concerned audience members coming up to me afterwards like, isn't the come down from Molly terrible? Isn't the drug come down from Molly supposed to be like the worst drug come down? And it's like, yeah. But I'm not doing it for the come down, stupid. What do you drink for your hangover? No. Do it for those 8 amazing hours that you get. And people say shit like, oh, do Molly go to a concert? Do Molly go to a festival? That might be a little overstimulating. I'm telling you, Molly is so fucking good. You could do Molly in your room. Put on some Bruno Mars and see if you don't lose your shit, okay? For real, the moment you hear that, do, 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 you'll be dancing, annoying your neighbors downstairs for 5 hours straight, bro. It's a lot of fun. I obviously like to think I'm an educated consumer. There was one time I got coke checked. That was a little humbling because this was during the pandemic. Over the pandemic, I started walking dogs. I was also walking dogs before the pandemic. But during the pandemic, I picked up this client. He was an everyday client. He was this Wall Street bro. And he got so comfortable with me after just 3 or 4 weeks. Every day I'd be picking up his dog at 11 in the morning and he's already slamming rails in the kitchen. Wow. And I saw this and I'm like, he should be tipping me more, but I'm gonna keep him around, you know? See what happens. And sure enough, one day he invites me to the tray, and I got so excited because I hadn't done blow since well before the pandemic. I step up to this tray, I line up the fattest fucking elephant rail you've ever seen in your entire life, snort this whole thing, and then this dude goes, I'm gonna line them up for you from now on. Right? And I said, why? I swear to God, verbatim, this man said, 'cause you're doing coke like you're in a Bushwick bathroom. I know! I'm like, yeah, that's where I've done 90% of my coke, you fucking asshole! The fuck does that mean, Mr. Wall Street? You think you're better than me? And then he was like, no, man, my point is you don't have to do it like it's shitty coke. That's $1,000 bag. You don't have to do it like it's Bushwick coke. And about 10 minutes later, I was like, yeah, fuck, I see what you mean, dog, my bad. And shit, you light him up for the rest of the night. You got a cigarette, bro? I fucking love you, dog. You're the man, dog. Oh, man, my sister heard me tell some of these jokes. She said I have a drug problem. I have a drug habit. Very common mistake, all right? This was many, many years ago. That's important to the story. Many years ago, she got mad at me because I told her I had to wake up at 6 a.m. for work, and I was exhausted. So I did a line of coke before work. Reason that's not a problem is I had that coke on my dresser for a month. Right? If it was a problem, would have been gone a month ago. Instead, I saved it, utilized it effectively, had plenty of energy for work. It was the most responsible rail I've ever done in my life. And to her credit, the reason she thought it was an issue I did coke before work is because at the time, and this is 100% true, not a joke, I was the manager of a children's daycare. Yeah. Listen. Couple things about this. First of all, anyone who's fun knows that Coke just got me on a train and I was basically sober by the time I got to work, okay? But for real, I was the manager of that kids club, no joke. I wish I could have given my staff some Coke before their shifts. Right? Because I don't know if y'all got kids, these are little kids. We're talking toddlers. They are high energy. You gotta match them first thing in the morning. And my staff is tired, they're on their phones, the kids come up to them wanting to play, and my staff's like, fuck off, go play with your friends, you know? And so the kids would come up to me and they're like, Mr. Steven, you wanna play tag? And I was like, fuck yeah, I wanna play tag! Oh yeah! This kid's fucking rule, dude! Like I said, many, many, many years ago, I'm pretty sure past the statute of limitations on whatever that joke is. Alright, one more drug story and we'll talk about some more serious shit. I did acid. Y'all fuck with acid? Woo! Yeah, good, man. I'm telling you, if y'all stuck in your ways mentally, fucking clear your schedule for 2 days, do some acid. It's great, alright? But I will say, the last time we did acid, we fucked up a little bit. We did acid in the woods in New Jersey with 9 people. A lot of red flags in that sentence alone. Acid in the woods in New Jersey with 9 people, and it was going fine until, like, you know how sometimes you drink with someone that can't hold their liquor? Arguably way worse to trip with someone that can't hold their drugs. Because there was 1 out of the 9, and I could tell he was not having a good time. I saw him come out of the bathroom, he had that helter-skelter in his eyes, like he's not having a good time. And like, I'm definitely one of the more experienced members of the group there. I want to feel like a good drug guru, you know, and guide him through whatever's happening. And so I walked up to him and I said, hey man, we're about to go on a beer run. Do you want us to go grab you anything? And I swear to God, this dude looked at me and he goes, no! Alright, well dude, I mean, we can get you some food or, you know, some specific kind of beer if you want. Again, he went, no! Okay. Do you want a hug? And sort of guy, he went, yeah. And I thought I was king drug guru. I thought I fixed everything. So we got back from this beer run about 20 minutes later, and he is so clinically paranoid. He thinks we are all trying to murder him in the woods, and he is threatening to call the cops on all of us. Not a good situation. And the funny thing to me was that everybody around him was going like, man, we love you, bro. Like, we would never want to hurt you. We would never do anything like that. But even on my acid brain, I was like, if I thought everyone was trying to kill me, that's exactly what I think they'd say. So I'm like, I gotta hit this dude with some tough love, you know? And I was talking to him like, listen man, we all took acid, it fucks with your brain, no one's trying to hurt you, you cannot call the cops, but you can call anyone else. It's a good compromise, right? It's a good compromise. And it worked, because instead of calling the cops at 1 o'clock in the morning, he FaceTimed his mom. I swear to God, this dude was like, Mom, we're tripping acid in the woods. I think all these people are trying to kill me. I'm not playing. I swear to God, his mom was like, well, you usually just have to wait these things out, sweetie. And then he calmed down. Even on acid, you'll trust your mom, you know? It's fucking adorable. Alright. Shift gears here for a second, man. I'm done with the drug portion, parents. I'm sorry for that. Shift gears here for a minute. I'm single, but I'm romantic. For real, even as a single man, I still feel like I'm pretty romantic. Like sometimes when I jerk off, like look at the moon. And then hope my friends are jerking off looking at the same moon. Pretty romantic, you know? And honestly, single is a bit of an understatement. I'm actually going through a divorce at the moment. And I appreciate that, because a lot of people get surprised when I say I'm going through a divorce, because I know I don't look like I was ever a married dude. I look like the head of a polyamorous collective. But this is a funny thing. I would literally rather tell rooms full of people I'm going through a divorce than one at a time. You know, that shit sucks. Is everyone gonna have the story and talk about, oh, what happened? Hey, let me make a quick little PSA about what happened. Open relationships don't really work. I'm sorry, I know that's a tough sell in New York City, okay? Look, I ain't judging no one else's relationship right now. I'm just saying, I did the research, had to touch that stove with my dick. Don't do the same thing, all right? I'm telling you, man, no one preached the open thing more than me. And now, I hate to admit it, but the Republicans are right about this one. Broken clock, you know? They're totally right. The only way to be happy is the Christian nuclear family. That's it! I had it right the first time. Anything else is just the devil selling you lies, okay? And the devil's alive and well. She just moved in with her new man. Thank you. I will say the real story was that I had caught my wife having an affair. And a lot of people get very confused about that. I'm like, oh, you had an open relationship, but she had an affair. How does that work? I agree with you! How the fuck you have an open book test and still fail, you know? We ain't playing that shit, but here's some serious tea, right? This is the real tea. The weekend I discovered her affair was the same weekend that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Yo, think about that. That's a tough time for a comedian, bro. Because we tried to work past it, and all of my friends were shitting all over Will Smith. I couldn't tell anybody I was on Will Smith's side the whole time. Yep. I was on Will Smith's side the whole time. I wanted to be the only comedian to get on stage and be like, hey, I don't know, maybe the dude just believe in love, you know? Maybe we should hear the guy out. Is that a crime? Every comic had some joke about Will Smith should have caught an assault charge. Will Smith should have caught a hug, okay? Yeah, we knew it too, man. We knew what that shit was. Like, his girl fooled around on him. They tried to stay together. They went on TV about it. My girl fooled around on me. We tried to stay together. I had a lot of misplaced emotions too, you know? Granted, I didn't fucking hit anybody, you know? I will say, but like, I had a lot of misplaced emotions because people didn't know what was going on. And they'd be like, hey, how's your wife? And I just wanted to be like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth! And then, like I said, we tried to work past it, and about 4 months later, I found a text message on her phone that proved she wasn't changing, and we ended things there. And now here's the thing about going through your partner's phone. It's so funny. I can see it from up here. The moment I said I went through her phone, some of y'all fucking twitched. You know, like, I have found this to be a very controversial topic. Going through people's phone. People are very quick to get judgy when you talk about going through your partner's phone. How about this? I wish I went through that phone a lot sooner, all right? Dude, people get on their high horse when it comes to this, bro. Because last year, worst time of my life, I would tell people I caught her by going through her phone. And the amount of people whose first response was to get all Dr. Phil. Like, oh, well, you could tell it was already a really toxic relationship because you were going through each other's phone. Like, oh my God, that is so helpful. You are so insightful, bro. Don't say that shit to me. It's not like your stupid ass got caught cheating because you don't know how to lead a text thread, you know? Don't come at me right now, you know? I will concede, if you go through the phone and you don't find anything, you ain't look hard enough. I'm joking. If you go through the phone and there's really nothing there, then you're in hot water, all right? You can judge that shit. But you cannot judge people like me who had the reasonable suspicion when found our evidence, you know? I don't know if y'all fuck with Law & Order. I love Law & Order. I've watched enough Law & Order to know that undercover detectives, the dudes that pretend to be in gangs and shit, don't have to disclose how they get certain criminal information, because sometimes you gotta do criminal shit to catch a criminal. And if it works for the Supreme Court, it works for me. Fuck it, go do the fuck. Well, say this is another PSA. I really want y'all to take this with you and apply it to your life if you can, because I found out the hard way. There's a big double standard when it comes to women finding out they got cheated on versus men finding out they got cheated on. Because when a woman finds out she got cheated on, what does the whole world tell her? Oh, girl, fuck him. He don't deserve you. Key his car. Firebomb his office. Kidnap his kids. Kill his mom. You know? I'm exaggerating, but that is actually the correct response, at least in spirit, right? I'm telling you, as a dude, I did not get that response most of the time. Most of the time, when I told people I caught my wife having an affair, they go, oh, well, what happened? I just fucking told you what happened. You know, the problem with what happened has an undertone of what did you do, right? Yeah. What did you do? That's the double standard part, because not only do men not get sympathy for getting cheated on, you get judged as a man for getting cheated on, right? How many times you heard, oh, his wife cheated on him, he must have not been meeting her needs. Bro, I didn't know she needed to be a whore. Fuck. I wasn't in her vows, you know, I didn't know. Damn, egg on my face, come on hers, you know? I'm not saying that every woman that's cheated is a whore. I'm just saying that men get judged harshly for this shit. Great example, Will Smith, right? Will Smith, dude, everybody making memes about Will Smith. Have some respect. That man raised us, okay? For real, who the fuck are you to be making fun of Will Smith right now? The man had a perfect track record, decades-long career, not a single blemish, until that bald-headed succubus. I really mean succubus. Tell me alopecia don't sound like a demon's name, dude. Just drug that man through the mud over and over and over again, and we're still making fun of Will Smith. That man is a fucking victim. We say victim blaming shit like, oh, why would he say my wife's name out your mouth? They've been separated for so long. Because she's fucked him up, you know? You would never be like, oh, why'd that woman go back to her abusive husband? They're both trapped in the same cycle, obviously, you know? Because you think about it, Will Smith has everything. All he wants is her approval. She knows it. She withholds it. She humiliates him. And then we still make fun of Will Smith. And the problem, there's a million Will Smiths out there, right? That don't have $1 billion to cry into. And so we got to deal with this shit. I am legend? Nah, bro. I am Will Smith, you know? The point I'm trying to make here is, if you got a man in your life that you care about, and he tells you he caught his girl cheating, do not let your first question be, what happened, all right? Just be a good friend, be a good feminist, treat everyone equally, and take a shit in her car, all right? Thank you. All right. I had my fun little Nanette moment. Let's get back to the funny shit, yeah? If I'm being honest, man, that relationship was going south long before that infidelity shit. Like, hold on, real quick before I do this joke. Clap your hands if you've ever been in a relationship in your entire life. In your entire life, you've been in a relationship. Okay, good. So let's be able to laugh at ourselves, because even though this is embarrassing, let's not pretend it ain't relatable, okay? Y'all ever get in a fight with your partner, and then in like a desperate attempt to win the fight, like, you start to Google why you're right, you know? Anybody not laughing, just giving yourself up right now, okay? We've all done that petty shit, you know? Found some article from some author you're never gonna background check. Send it to your partner like, Jezebel says you're a dickhead. Man, last time I did that shit, I got proven wrong by Google. It was humbling, man. One of the last arguments we got in, I went to Google. First thing that came up was a YouTube video that said 10 habits of manipulative women. I was like, 10 of them? Perfect. Gotta be one of them in here. Back me up, you know? I stopped after the first one. Because the first one said, manipulative women love the silent treatment. Manipulative women will often use the silent treatment. And I had to stop and be honest with myself. and be like, fuck. I fucking wish. You know what I mean? Wish I got some silence when there was a problem. I forgot to mention my girl's Spanish, so there's a problem. I'm here about it in 2 languages. You know, that shit never ends. I'm like, oh, this list of 10 habits of manipulative white women. That's what this list is, okay? That's where the disconnect is. And we fought about that too, because I make fun of her for doing white girl shit. I said my girl's Spanish. She's from Spain, right? Fucking Spain, you know? So I make fun of her for doing white girl shit because she's from Spain, so she's fucking white, right? You know what she liked to say? She liked to go, I'm not white, I'm an immigrant. I moved here in 2017 from Spain, I'm not white, I'm an immigrant. And I was like, look, I appreciate the struggle, but also, you have a fully yellow tattoo. That's pretty fucking white, dude. Are y'all still doing the math right now? I got a lot of black friends with tattoos. None of them got a Pikachu, all right? It's a fucking fact. You know why? Because it's almost impossible to do, okay? Yellow tattoo, that's white privilege. What the fuck that tattoo says, you know? And then every year on Columbus Day, she make this whole woke post about Christopher Columbus. I was like, wait a minute, ain't that your boy? Yeah, Cristobal, that's your man, dude. I'm not white. You an OG colonizer. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, and I forgot to mention, like a week after I discovered her affair, she went to Miami for her best friend's birthday. Miami, the cheating capital of the world. Try not to think about it, you know? I really wasn't thinking about it, though, because the day before she left, she started her period. I was just like, thank you, God, bro. That was nice. Thank you for that, man. Now when she cheats on me, she'll get eaten by a shark. Fuck it. This is so much better than therapy. I love you guys. It's so good. I will say, something else that happened around that time in my life. AI is terrifying to me. Because around the time I discovered her affair, I told a few friends, I didn't put anything about it online. But then somehow, around that time of my life, YouTube and TikTok just started suggesting me Andrew Tate videos. So, yo, that's kind of freaky. How'd you know I hate women at the moment, you know? At the moment, okay? At the moment. It was very brief. But in that moment, bro, now I see how vulnerable people get radicalized, all right? It's the worst time period of my life, having this shit shoved in my face every day, not thinking straight, like, don't make a lot of sense, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Don't make a lot of sense. Just saying, man, that's what happens to dudes when they go through a heartbreak, right? There's only 2 things that happens to dudes when they go through a heartbreak. They either use sex as a band-aid, or they can't get laid and they get really into the gym and Joe Rogan. That's it. That is it. And not to brag, but I think you see which path I took. Out here in these streets, man. I'm happy about it, man. I'm 31 now. This is the first time I've had a hoe phase in my entire life. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, stop. Thank you. I'm glad I'm filming this. I'm gonna show this shit to my therapist, you know? If the people agree with me, okay? I never had no hoe phase before this, because like I said, I was Petco guy for a long time, and then in my 20s, like, it was just 2 major relationships. I was only single in my 20s for about 8 months. And in that 8 months, I think I slept with like 7 people. That's not a hoe phase. That's like the same rate the Pangea split. Y'all laughing because you didn't think I know what Pangea was? What the fuck? Now, I've been out here, man, and it's funny doing stand-up because I see shows every single night of the week, and dude comedians be shitting on these dating apps all the fucking time. And I'm like, man, don't blame the app if you can't get laid, all right? You know? That's my philosophy. These apps have done some amazing things for me in my life. I've seen a lot of parts of the city I wouldn't have seen. I'm pretty sad. Have you all been to the Bronx before? I have. That was so horny the other week. This girl got me on the LIRR. I was like, fuck it, let's go. Worth it. All right. But it's funny because dudes be shitting on dating apps, and then it's like you look at their profiles, half of them holding a fucking fish. You know, like, fellas, I don't know if you know that by now. We're done with the fish picture, all right? That shit is bad. Don't put a picture of you holding a small fish, okay? No one gives a shit that you caught a fish one time. Like, you gotta put something in your profile you think your matches would want to see. And I learned that very quickly, because when I got on Tinder, you know what my second picture on Tinder is? Me with Rihanna. Hey, y'all don't even believe me, do you? Fuck y'all, I met Riri, okay? I met Riri, I got the selfie, I put that shit in my Tinder. Bro, fuck your fish, Rihanna, in your profile. Speaking of fish, Tinder turned into fish in a barrel, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it was nice, man. Because women recognize Rihanna, and they message me, and they go, oh my God, is that Rihanna? And I say, yeah, she filmed a scene of Ocean's 8 at the cafe that I used to work at. I got to make her a sandwich. And then they say, oh my God, what was the sandwich? And I would say, well, I could tell you, or I could just make you a sandwich Rihanna called perfect. Thank you. So I'm saying, fellas, game's not hard, but it's harder than a fish, okay? Photoshop a picture with Doja Cat. Who cares? You know? It is what it is. What's funny to me is that, like, I've been single for more than a year now, and I haven't slept with any female comics. They all keep saying no. Man, ain't that the worst? Is thinking when you're, like, being recently single and thinking your hot friends weren't approaching you because they respected your relationship? Turns out they only respect themselves. You know, bitch? Man, I will say though, the funny thing to me is that usually if it's ever come up, if we're drinking, we're getting flirty or whatever after a show, I usually get the classic like, oh, I think we're better as friends. I think we're better as friends. And like, I think you should be careful what you wish for. I'm going through a divorce right now. You really want to be my friend? Come on, that's a lot of commitment, dude. Wouldn't it just be easier to fuck me and send me on my way? Just being honest, man, all I'm trying to do is give you weed and orgasms. You rather catch this baggage? Trust me, I'm trying to help you right now, you know? And here's the thing, is that with the just friends thing, is my friends have already set the bar way too high. Because since my life blew up in my face, my friends have just been buying me booze and drugs and letting me vent for hours, right? Like, ladies, we can be friends, but you're gonna want to sit on my face, so I shut the fuck up about it, you know? Like, and I don't mind the friend zone either, bro. Like, I'm not an asshole. I was a big fat friend for most of my life, you know? I'm comfy in the friend zone if you just want to be like a therapist for an hour while I vent. I love the friend zone, man. I'm like Bane from Batman, you know? I'm like, you think the friend zone is your ally? I was born in the friend zone. I was molded by it. I didn't see pussy till I was already a man. Would have been a fucking great reference if she cheated on me 10 years sooner. All right. Just saying, get on this husband dick while it's on fire sale. All right, let's go. Sex with me and Gray, I put in a lot of practice in the last year, and mentally, I still fuck like how I used to fuck when I was fat. Just means every time I fuck like it's gonna be the last time I fuck, you know? Not an optimistic fat dude, you know? Don't want to count those chickens before they hatch, right? Fuck like a fat dude means eat a lot of pussy too, man. Everybody should be doing that shit, right? I've taken a lot of surveys. I think fat dudes eat the best pussy, hands down. Yeah, where's my applause break? That's not polarizing. That's not political. It's something we can all get behind. Fat dudes eat the best pussy, lesbians close second, all right? Close. Y'all got home field advantage, but we got more to prove, you know? Swear to God, I'm nitpicky about eating pussy too. I think if you're eating pussy from the back and you don't lick a little ass while you're back there, you're just being rude. Just being fucking rude. Sex is supposed to be a conversation. Say hi, you know? What is the aversion? I don't understand. If you're ever 69 a chick, your nose is already dumpster diving into shit, man. Just like, go for it. I can't stand when I hear a dude my age talking about, oh, it smells funny back there. Well, you're not horny enough, dog. Get right. You should have fucking tunnel vision by the time you're back there, dude. I'd appreciate what's being put on your plate right now, bro. You sound like a little boy talking about afraid of some butthole, bro. I'm talking grown Steven shit right now. Ain't afraid of no butthole. No. Ain't afraid of your fucking period either, for that matter. I ain't gonna eat it, but I ain't afraid of it, you know? Like, fellas, you ever fuck a girl into her period? Oh, don't get fucking weird on me right now, dude. You've been in a relationship for more than 4 months. You know what I'm talking about. Starts wet, ends a different wet, right? Y'all think I'm being gross. I ain't even trying to be gross, dude. To me, that shit feels like an achievement. It feels like I struck pussy oil, you know? Laying fucking pipe out here, bro. Okay. Alright, one last thing, and we're gonna get to the birthday party part, alright? One last thing. Alright, did y'all watch that Manti Te'o documentary on Netflix? Yeah, a couple people? Yeah? Okay, good. If you don't know who Manti Te'o was, quick story, he was a very famous football player in like 2012, and long story short, he got catfished so hard it ruined his whole career. And that sucks. It's a sad story, but I'm glad I watched the documentary, because, man, that shit got me swiping different. Vetting people a little more thoroughly now, you know? Because to be honest with y'all, man, after a heartbreak, I send my dick to anybody. Are you judging me right now? It's worse than you think. My face was in all of them. Yeah? Listen, it's not worse than you think. It was never unsolicited, obviously never unsolicited, but there's a reason I started handing out nudes like candy, all right? And this is the reason. I need every dude in here to look this shit up after the show. I don't care if you're single or if you're in a relationship. Every man in here needs to look this up. I found a TikTok called Boudoir Poses for Men. You hear the ladies laughing, right? They're already on the shit, bro. You boys need to get on the shit, dude. I'm telling you, because when it comes to nudes, I think we all know dudes' nudes never level up to the ladies' nudes, right? Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, boys, be an ally. Play with your camera for an afternoon, you know? Like, try it out, because the thing, dudes rarely even send nudes. Dudes will usually send dick pics, and that's horrible. Dudes will get a high-quality nude and then send a picture of their fucking dick in their hand, laying in bed or some shit like that. Bro, this picture's for politicians. We're done with this, all right? This picture sucks. Don't send this picture, all right? You get a good nude, bro. Don't fucking hit him with this shit, bro. Male boudoir. Fucking surprise him a little bit. Fucking hit him with some of this shit. You know what I'm talking about, son? Flex show that booty off a little bit, bro. You know what I mean? Or you can fucking shoulders on the wall, arm over your head, arch that back, stretch out that fupa, get rid of your dick fat a little bit, dude. And even telling jokes and telling truths, okay? That's the truth I learned, is that dudes got angles too, alright? Dudes got angles too, like, you know how like a chick will like sit on a bathroom sink, make her ass look bigger, right? Bro, what if I told you could do the same shit? Push that dick in the sink, it'll change your life, alright? I promise. Man, that's my hour, that's my time. Thank y'all so much.